Hi, so I'm here with my massive Ecuagenera Haul, and I am currently filming at the bathroom of the motel room I'm staying in, and I thought I'd film while I unpack them. First one, this is a Cattleya emulata. This is what it looks like. It doesn't look like it enjoyed traveling to Europe, and you can see that it has flowered. The leaves are fuzzy. I don't think they didn't manage to keep on too much of their sheen, but they are very soft. This is like velvet. It's very reminiscent of the veitchii, but with more visible hairs on it. I'm gonna save this. This is the Anthurium Friedrichsthalii white stripes. Personally, I think the green form looks better, but we'll see. Oh, it's big. Wow. The roots on this one looks amazing, can you see? And the sphagnum is still wet. The stem itself looks very healthy, and there is several eyes on it. I mean, the roots are just amazing. Wow. For the leaves themselves, they are very soft and nice. It looks amazing, and it's much bigger than what I expected it to be. I'm gonna see if I can find the other one, the green form. Okay, so this is the one. This is the normal forgetii. The roots look healthy. The moss is still wet. It was cut very recently, it looks like. You can see that. And well, it has 3 leaves. It does look like the cutting might have hurt the new shoot. Okay, I don't like picking at this. I mean, it could cause it to rot, but I don't want to pick anymore at it because I'm clumsy. But that looks like the new shoot. And if we compare the leaves together, oh, they look very good on camera. So obviously they both have some travel damage. That's what they're gonna look like. Honestly, the difference isn't that big. Maybe if I hold them the same way. They have the same velvet sheen to them, only one of them has fuller stripes, and obviously is a bit bigger, but they're beautiful. Like this one. Okay. Interested to see the size of this one. This is the Queen Anthurium, the warocqueanum. Some of this packaging is also very wet, and this was ordered before they differentiated between the bigger and smaller, or the medium and the smaller size of the warocqueanum, of the Queen Anthurium. They really did their best to save the leaf. So in total it has 5 leaves and a new one emerging. So there you have that. The roots look decent. It doesn't look like there's that much rooting going on here. And the leaves are obviously very beautiful. This one that they wrapped very carefully, and it was probably very new when they sent it. So this one measures almost 40 centimeters, and it's not quite as veiny as the adults get, but it's not a seedling. This here is the Anthurium queremalense. Queremalense? Queremalense? Oh wow. Isn't she a beauty? We have 4 leaves on this one, and it looks like there's a new one emerging. The moss is damp. I can't see that many roots. I can see the new growth. It's very nice and veiny. And if we're going to compare it to the queen, now obviously we are dealing with different stages of maturity, but just so that you can see the difference in color, the queen is maybe just a tiny bit darker. Can you even tell them apart? And obviously the sinuses are different on these ones and the veining, but they are overall very similar. The queen is more velvet than the queremalense, and it also looks a bit thicker. I'm just doing a bit of sorting. Looking forward to this. We're gonna die. Let's finish up with the Anthurium before I continue on with the other plants. Here we have the Anthurium magnificum. Okay, so I haven't really marked which one is the seedling, but I think this might be the one that I ordered as a seedling. Yeah, magnificum, ordered as a seedling. It's one of the plants that I've heard that can do really well even as a seedling, and it's one that's easier to take care of. So here you have it. We have 5 leaves. This is the newest one. It's very big. They are all very soft and velvety, a bit like the queremalense. I only have a few visible roots here. They look very good actually, they look chunky and nice. The next one is an Anthurium Friedrichsthalii. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Read it and then listen to me mispronounce it 3 times, that's all I'm gonna give you. Anthurium Friedrichstalii. And I mean, I'm European, I should be able to pronounce this. It sounds German. Friedrichstalii. Is it French or German? Friedrichstalii. Okay. I do not remember what this one looks like. Oh. It's one of the long boys. Okay, that was very satisfying. Are you gonna be okay if I just drop you now? Okay, that's beautiful, wonderful. You're doing amazing, sweetie. So let's look at the roots first because that's easier to show you. So it has tons of roots. These are the old soil roots, I'm assuming. They feel very firm, so I don't think they're rotting. And here you have the new ones. Maybe this one is rotting actually. But the rest of them look very healthy and nice. I feel like Anthurium roots are a bit like orchids, which makes sense. They also climb on trees, that when they are green, they are happy. This is a root that wants to run away. I think it's probably rotten. It feels firm though. It has 5 leaves, and once these leaves get long enough, they start drooping downwards. It feels plasticky, but it looks like leather. It has a decent sheen to it, so it doesn't really look fake, but it doesn't look like one of your common house plants. It's also very thick, and it feels like this one can take a beating. We do unfortunately have a new leaf forming, so it probably won't survive the transit. But I look, oh, this plant is just gorgeous, isn't it? I do wonder if it's gonna stay like that. Just look at it. It reminds me of something, but I can't really, like carrot grass or something. You are amazing, sweetie. Amazing. Just stay there now. Oh, another big boy. This is the Anthurium moronense, and I think it's one of the ones with ears, and it comes out very light. That's what I fell for, that light cream color that the leaves come in. At least that's what was pictured. So here are the leaves, and it looks like the newest leaf, and it's taken a beating in transit. It's very soft, so it was probably just formed. But this is the second newest, and it's hardened off properly. It's very veiny, and it does have a little bit of sheen to it. It's shiny and it's thick, but it's not velvety. It's very soft. Some of the other leaves don't. And with all of the leaves, this one has 4, 5, 6 altogether. And there's a new one. Well, I don't think that's a new leaf already. It's probably just the sheath. You can see where they cut it, right there. And it's already grown past that. That's pretty. I'm looking forward to seeing the next leaf. And yeah, these leaves surprised me. They are shiny, like really shiny with a matte finish. It's actually really pretty. It's a simple green plant with some nice looking leaves. Take the massive one. This is an Anthurium pallidiflorum, and this is another long boy. Okay, but like, can you see any of that? It's ridiculous. I can't fit it in the frame. Okay, let's see if I can do this in one swoop. No, I can't. Just pick it away very slowly. Oh, that's a fun thing to do. It's worth buying the plant just to be able to do that. How do I hold you? So this is it in its full glory. It's the longest leaf is about the size of my arm. They are similar to the others. They are much thicker. This one has a sheen to it, more similarly to the it has more of a metallic sheen. If you've ever seen a compost potassium, that's probably not how you pronounce it, but it's similar to that. So it's more shimmery, shiny, if you will, than the German one I couldn't pronounce. It's soft but not velvety. Is that a very new leaf? Yeah, it's this is also a very new leaf, and is very floppy and soft still. So I think, judging by that this is also a very sturdy plant. If this absolutely perfect leaf, which was newly formed, could handle the shipping process. I mean, this was a very kind shipping, but still, that's impressive for a plant. Here we have the roots. It's looking very good. This is the other side. We have a lot of root in this one, and the moss is still moist. It's just spilling out over the bucket. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one first. This is an Anthurium gymnopus, and I haven't really found much information about this one. I haven't seen people show it off, but it looked interesting. It looked kind of shiny and metallic like, so I wanted to try it out. I just ripped a leaf. Oh, and it's huge. You were supposed to be small. Okay, so let's just look at this and feel ashamed. Yep, I did that. Good. It has a lot of leaves. 5, 6 quite big leaves. A very nice thick stem and some good roots. And yeah, it has some damage to the leaves, but there's so many of them that is to be expected. Now all of them seem to have had some issues when coming out, so they look more like the previous plant I showed you. This one, it's a bit similar to that. It also has the same thickness to the leaves. This one that I managed to break is lighter than the others, but it's just as hard, so it's not that young, and it has some beautiful veining to it, which is, it just stands out on the leaf. So one of the comments on this plant said that it had a almost blue metallic sheen. It definitely has a metallic sheen. It feels a bit like touching skin, honestly, or not skin, the softest type of sandpaper, like the absolute finest grind sandpaper you can find. It feels like that, which is kind of odd, but I can't really stop touching it either. The veins, they look absolutely beautiful. Let me do a little close-up. And it does have a very beautiful shine to it. And then this more luxurious beauty, if you will. Yeah, the Anthurium luxurians. This is the medium luxurians. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Okay, so let's look at this bumpiness. It is more green than anything. Once again, let me compare it to the pallidiflorum green. Yep, it's green. I would say the pallidiflorum is a dark green, so this one is a much darker green. I'm reaching for the pallidiflorum because it's so long. It's the easiest one to grab. And just look at how it catches the light. Now ain't that nice? This one is very stiff and nice. It's like touching plastic, only it's very nice and soft. I mean, people compare it to reptile skin. I do not think they've ever touched a reptile. It again, it has that sandpaper feel to it. There. Or maybe that's just chemicals. For the roots, we have some very nice pink roots here. There's a lot of them. The moss in this one isn't moistened. Oh, look at that. because I haven't seen that before. It looks like the, what's it called? The tentacles, the arms of a jellyfish, because it's a bit coral-like. This plant just like alien, doesn't it? It looks very alien. Two very big, very good looking leaves. Yeah, this one has some damage, but look at the size of this one. It's nearly 30 centimeters long. It's probably as bigger than my head. If this is a medium one, I'm interested to see what the big one looks like, because I was not expecting a plant this big. That finishes off our Anthurium, so I will finish off my other miscellaneous plants. I started with a Calathea. This is also a Calathea. The Calathea veitchiana, and this one looked, at least in the picture, it looked different to me, and I don't think this one is rare at all, but just from the one picture I looked at, it looked different from the other common ones. So let's see. I prided myself on being very good at keeping Calatheas and making them thrive, but when I left for this event, my veitchii decided to almost die because I haven't been paying attention to it, so it's miserable. So here we have it. First of all, very big, very nice leaves, and they're apparently gotten just enough light because they have a very beautiful purple background, backside. And yeah, it does look different to the medallion and the Rosio picta. Probably not different enough for me to actually want to pick this up in a garden center. I was on a Calathea high when I ordered this one. It's more than half a year ago since I ordered this one, this and the other Calathea. And for the roots, it feels like they are non-existent. The plant itself looks very healthy. Oh, there's some new growth there. I think that might be a flower, actually. It might be a flower. I don't want you to flower. So I have two orchids. Let's do those first. Bowringiana, Cattleya at least. It's one that likes sun, that is all I know. I just bought two of them to test it out. I'm not really an orchid person, but I would like to be. And it's supposed to be a beginner orchid. Oh, these are actually happy. I need to Google some orchids before I do anything. This is the plant. I think I'm going to spray this one down with some H2O2 just to be sure. These looks like old flower stems. Stanhopea but wardii. Stanhopea wardii. Okay, that's more what I expected. We have some massive leaves. It's growing in two directions here, and this one also looks new. So this one could be split again, I would think. Okay, so the philodendron. Yeah, all of these are brilliant. So let's start with this one. This is the Philodendron lynamii. It's one that comes in with hot pink, depending on the temperature, leaves, and then it fades down into green. So it's one of the color changing plants. Oh, and it's huge. It is huge. Please focus. Thank you. Okay, so here we have the leaves. If you've ever seen a moronense, which is the only one that I can compare it to, I don't have that many hardleaf philodendrons. This one is still hardening off, and you can see it has a more blushy color. Some of this is probably some damage from transitioning as well, but we'll see if it's gonna darken or not. This is the back side though. It looks very nice. It's much darker, and you can also see it on the stems. Like obviously the tiny baby leaves have completely green stems. This one is starting to turn green now, and this one is just hot pink. You can see that. If you compare it to my nail polish, which is a dark purple. Oh, I do hope the leaves come in that color. That would be amazing. It does have some. It has a good amount of like thin spindly leaves and a stick. For some reason, it's bigger than I thought I could say, and it's gorgeous. The leaves are just, I think they are very common philodendron leaves. Like if you've seen one hardleaf philodendron, you've seen them all. It has a very nice heartleaf shape. It is more on the matte side, but it's a glossy, nice leaf. And like I said, it reminds me of the moronense. For another one with some brilliant color, this is the Philodendron Majesty. It feels like it comes out a new one with a new color every single year, or several a year. So I wanted to get one, and I've heard that this one can get a very brilliant color. On the picture on the site it looks more greeny. It didn't look that brilliant. Okay, it's nice. It is nice. Okay, let's just enjoy the back of this before we do anything else. Okay, so my camera picks up more of a warm color for this one. That's the back of it, and here is the front. I think it comes off as more green on camera than what it does in real life. Some of the leaves has more red to it. The newest leaf is obviously purple red, but the veining seems like it stays more of that purple color, at least for longer. And obviously the stems. Oh, that is very nice. It has a new leaf forming. You can see the newest ones haven't really gotten that big. There is some decent roots in this one. They also look to be red, but it looks better in real life. It definitely does. And if we are to compare it to the lynamii, because that's something we can do. It has the same color as the backside of a Calathea. That's what it has. It's the same purple. Now for my last trick. This is the one I've been looking forward to, and it's massive. It is the longest one, and that is honestly a bit frightening. This is the Philodendron Serpens. From the first time I saw this plant, I was like, that's the fuss. I want the fuss. So I bought the fuss. Now I am hoping that I can keep the fuss alive. Oh, that's disgusting. I love it. And it's so big white, it's so big, I can't fit this. Oh, are you ever gonna let go? I am probably going to pick fuss off of this for its entire life. This new leaf has taken some damage. Well, first of all, the new leaf. which is probably going to be ruined completely and never going to look good. But look at it. Just look at it. That's beautiful. It is. And this, I mean, if you have a dirty mind, you know. And this is the kind of crumpled up leaf. It has the same thickness as a warocqueanum, but it's shiny and a tiny bit iridescent, but it's not velvety. It's soft though. Not in the sandpaper way, just in a soft leaf way. There's that very nice fuzzy stem. The fuzz is softer than you might think. It's like petting a Jack Russell Terrier, honestly. That's the comparison I'm going to make. The color on this is beautiful. It has that more hot pink color. That's beautiful. The fuzz is only on the leaf stem itself and on the sheet of the leaf. It's not on the stem itself, but this is very coarse, like a succulent. I'm gonna make weird comparisons throughout. This is the root clump, which isn't impressive. Yeah, that's the new shoot. I shouldn't touch it. I mean, we were just talking about plants, but then I made it dirty. I mean, how couldn't you? Look at this monster. I love it.